Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio. Today I'm working on an acrylic painting. This one I am trying to make it look like it might be an oil painting. At least that's how I start out. I really just created some broad, flat areas of color, like the sky and the mountain range and the distant landscape. So the distant water and sort of a sagebrushy area, you'll see. Just doing them kind of in flat sections of color. I have a friend who's been learning oil painting, and it's kind of reminiscent of her style. She doesn't do a lot of detail stuff, which I do a little bit more detail in the foreground. But yeah, anyway, that is what inspired this. I wanted to try doing something in that kind of style. And here I'm like trying to get my landscape straight. So I decided, and I probably should decide this at the beginning, measure it out, put a pencil line, and then I'll have at my horizon. So there it is. So now I've got to make it straight. There we go. And I am using, I believe, phthalo blue, and I think the other is just a white mixed with phthalo blue. And then I added a little bit of cadmium red to it to kind of gray it down a bit. And you can see there, just to get a little bit different shades. And I might have added a touch of yellow because it looks a little green. I didn't see me do it, but it has been a few weeks since I actually did this painting. I've been saying that a while now. So it's much more fun to do the creating than the video editing. But as I was creating today, I ran out of memory card or space on my memory card. So I had to do some editing. So yeah, I have quite a few videos on my memory cards, and figured I better, I really should do these more frequently, but it's just much more fun when I have time to sit down and either paint a painting or create a journal page or some other crazy project that I might be interested in at the moment. So anyway, that's my excuse for being behind on doing the voiceovers of my pieces. Now this one, the footage for this was an hour and a half, and I've gotten it down to 18 minutes, so it's quite edited and really sped up. And I have no qualms about what paint I use. I have my Grumbacher professional paint there. I've got the Academy, which is the school grade, I guess. And then craft paint. So I'm not a discriminator. I use it all, whatever I've got. I like it all. And that's another craft paint. That's just a big bottle of white craft paint. So I'm sort of making a sagey green color for this. This is really kind of the mid-ground area. Now this is a painting of Moonlake, Utah. We went there this summer, and this is a distant view from our cabin that we were in, and There's sort of a sagey green area, and then the beach, then the water, and then the mountains in the background. And then you'll see in the foreground, there's some pine trees and aspens. But just sort of blocking in the color. And I actually really like how this turned out. I kind of like this color blocking idea, and I might have to try it again. Because it does look like my friend's oil paintings, only her oil paintings are really good. She's a really good artist. Anyway, all right. I'm just adding some more green to make it look like a little bit more grassy, because it was kind of a grassy area. Now I'm putting in some distant pine trees that were out there on the hill. They had several varieties out there, but I don't know them by their names. I'm not sure which kind they were. Blue spruce I would know, but I don't think it was blue spruce. Even though these ones have a blue tinge to them, they're not meant to be blue spruces. Okay, and then there is a fence line that separates the cabin areas from the public waterfront area. So it's a national forest, so I guess the lake and the surrounding area is national forest, and then the Moonlake cabin is a resort which is privately owned. So there's a fence in between the two. Now the fence on this side, I know it looks like I just did it crooked on purpose, like I didn't know what I was doing. But the fence was broken and repatched. So it really did look kind of funky like that. And this area had dirt paths and just some dry, brushy type plants, and then a few pine trees and the aspens. Did you hear that? That sounded like thunder. It's been windy and thunder, and I was wondering if it was going to rain, but I looked at the forecast and it says sunny. 10% chance of rain. I think I hear rain. It's not blowing on my window, and it's late at night right now, so it's dark. I can't see outside. But I think it sounds like rain. That's okay, we need it. Save me from watering the lawn tomorrow. Right, so I'm just adding some more grasses there, using the fan brush. I only have the one, and it's kind of a finer, softer bristled fan brush. I want one of those coarse ones. I could probably make some real twiggy branches and grass with it. But instead, we will make some pine trees. This one will be a little bit different variety than the one in the background, because it's more green and yellow and less blue sprucey. Maybe it's a lodgepole pine. Tall, straight. Well, as straight as I can paint. And I am just doing this on watercolor paper, so it does tend to warp as I'm going. So I was holding it flat so I could paint better. I'm going to put a really large one right here on the side. There we go. And just putting some tall grasses, and I think I put a few twiggy branches in there. Oh, not yet. Now I'm going to put in the trunks of the aspens. And I'm just using a card to kind of scrape the paint. And give it that uneven sort of look. It's been a while since I've done the card technique, and I think the paint is like super heavy there and kind of in a big glob, so it's not working as well as I'd hoped it would. So what I do to make it better is I turn it around and scrape it from the other side as well. I think I do that. Or not. Just fill it in with a paintbrush. That works too. Oh no, there, see, there we go. Gonna get rid of the little blobs. Decided that brown wasn't quite what I wanted. It's actually khaki color. So I just got rid of it there. Here I'm just adding in those dark patches that you see on aspens. I could have pretended and carved some initials in there. That would have been fun. I actually don't have this painting anymore. It was purchased. Just kind of exciting that somebody wanted my painting. I'm just kind of trying to add some of the skinny branches to my aspen trees. A liner brush probably would have been better. As it is, I'm just using a short little stubby paintbrush. I've never been very good at doing the branches and foliage on trees, but I keep practicing. Alright, so I added a bunch more. I didn't make you watch. And there were still leaves on these aspens, so I'm just gonna dot some paint around with a small round brush. Decided just to incorporate that color and make some grasses. Putting another little pine tree down. It's actually two right on top of each other. This was taken from a photograph, so some of the placement is from the photograph. There's another tree off the edge there. Oh, and there's some sort of weed out there that had red tops on it. From a distance it looked a little bit like Indian paintbrush, but when you got up to it, it really wasn't, so that's what I'm representing there. And that's it. Have one picture, because that's all I took before giving this away. And I added the chair in there just as an afterthought. I kind of liked it. I hope you liked this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.